Well, okay. I just finished making a video for you guys for about 20 minutes. The voice and the picture in the middle were not sync. And I was just trying to fix it. Pushed the wrong X and it just wiped it out. Anyhow, we'll try again. It's nighttime and I'm sleepy, so if I fell asleep in the middle, you have to understand. uh, every time I want to talk to you guys, it's for the purpose of bringing a little bit more light into the picture that you may be playing in it, dealing with it. I believe with knowledge and the way we look at things, we would be able to perhaps deal with the situation that we are facing with a little bit better. Because it's all up here. It's all about what we think, what questions we put up here, and the questions seems to become the reality when there is no reality to it. Or we pursue it and we believe because it's come to our thoughts that it must have merits. Therefore we must follow it and answer it. And it must be a question, it must be a legitimate, credible question. But we forget that it's only a thought, and the thought is not you. Most often has no credibility, if not all the time. There's nothing real about thoughts. It's all illusions. It's all coming from certain perceptions, and the perceptions are never reality. So we end up working ourselves into some kind of a situation where it doesn't even exist and needs no addressing, or we end up having to address it or think that we need to address it, and then that itself brings a little bit of a pain to us. Now let's see if I can follow my steps and possibly recreate that again tonight. What I started talking tonight about was that we need to realize that we've been conditioned through the ages, through the societies that we lived in and communities that we raised in, the time and era that we come from. Certain rules and rituals and customs were put together, and the society conditioned us, which in fact it was us who created those societies and those rules, and then the society affects us. And it's a chicken and the egg thing. And through those rituals and customs, the societies and the communities that we were living, we grew up in, conditioned us to prove things, to prove everything about us, even to prove that we are doing what we are supposed to be doing. But doing it wasn't enough. Proving that we are doing it had become a way of life. In other words, it wasn't good enough that we were working. We had to prove that we were working, make a notion of it, and make a comment on it. Prove to someone who's of some authority in our life, mother, father, whoever, whatever, or even where you work, your boss, even you've done the job you've done, but now you have to prove, you have to bring evidence that you've done what you were supposed to do or what the society had conditioned to do. Prove that you're a better person than the other person. Prove that you're good at this. Prove that you are kind. Prove that you're respectful to the elders. Prove that you're providing for your family. Prove that you can do things. Prove that you're honest. Prove that you obey the law. Prove it's not good enough that you actually do all these things. You have to prove everything that you're doing is one thing, and proving it, also having evidence for it. And it has become part of our, whether we notice it or not, it's become part of the way that we feel. It's a necessity for us to talk about ourselves, beat the drums about ourselves. So we would bring evidence that we are better than the other person, or we are good enough, or we are this and that, so forth. And this proving, conditioning to prove things has moved itself into our relationships, that we're supposed to prove that we are a man, a manly man. We're supposed to even prove that. It's not it's not good enough that we are a male. We have the apparatus of a male, but we are supposed to prove that we are the man. And now, how that works? And we made up things too. Like if we are in a relationship and she leaves us for the no fault of our own, and that you've been kind, you've been nice, you've been generous, you've been compassionate, you've been fair and gentle, and you haven't been unkind or harmful, and they still leave you or cheat on you or whatever. Instead of thinking that there's their own stupidity and shortcomings, you think that there was something wrong with you, and then you start thinking, oh, so if she's sleeping with somebody else, that means that somebody else is better than me. Now I have to prove. How can I prove that I'm a man? Because this was how I could prove that I'm a man. You've been conditioned to prove, even if you want to prove you're a man in your society, you think that you're supposed to have a girlfriend and then marry and have children. And, this having a woman with you is supposed to be the certificate of that you're a man. Like, if you don't have a girlfriend, you're not a man. If your girlfriend has left you and is, sleeping with somebody else, then suddenly your dick falls off or something. I mean, there's no connection to anything, but you seem to think that you need to prove that you're a man, especially after your girlfriend leaves, or because it affects you, and you start thinking, oh, I don't have that confidence anymore. Why you don't have that confidence? I mean, what when she was with you, you had your thingy with you, and when she left, she took it away, or it fell off or something. And if you're a woman, when your boyfriend was with you, you were a woman, and she's not with you anymore. You're a man now. What happened? Or you had beautiful boobs when he was with you, and he left. You're boobless. I don't understand. What is it that takes your confidence away when she, or if you're a woman, he leaves you? What the heck does that have to do with anything? You're still who you are, whether you have a girlfriend or not, whether she's still with you or she left. You're still the same man, the same wonderful person, the same personality, the same abilities, the same education, knowledge, and how you approach your life and how you do your responsibilities and duties and so on. Why is it that somehow you think the presence of woman in your life proves that you are who you are, and when she's not around, she just took herself away. She couldn't have taken anything else from you away, but you somehow think that something has been diminished from you, like you're not man enough. Now you have to prove that you're man again. If you think about it, you have trained yourself to be a good man, a good person, and you expect others to be the same, because that's how the society has conditioned you to train yourself to abide by the laws and rules, the customs and tribalism and all that and so forth. And you have turned yourself into a person that fits that society that you live in. And on top of that, you're a righteous person, you're a good person, you're kind and generous and fair, and you're positive and helpful. You're a good man. And of course, you expect others to be the same, because we all see the others in our own image. But then when they are not how you have turned yourself out, then you're shocked and you're surprised and you wonder and you're hurt, because the expectation from a normal people would be to be like you, normal. Abide by the rules, be good, be kind, be respectful, be all that things. And see to it that their promises comes together. So you get surprised when that doesn't happen. And it's as if this is an abnormal thing. Well, we live in a relative world. Things are not going to be perfect. We need to be able to understand that. It's like saying, I expect ocean would have no waves. I expect the waves in the oceans to stop and always be nice and calm. Well, instead of expecting that, which is never going to happen, don't you think it's better that we would learn to swim better and stronger? So regardless of these waves coming or not going, which we know they're not going to stop, we would be able to negotiate it better. I mean, isn't that a better response, better solution? So instead of expecting other people to behave properly, even in their relationship, to stay true to their promises, don't cheat on you, and so on and so forth, can you not just focus a little bit more on the fact that their being in your life or not being does not change you? That means you know how to swim stronger instead of expecting the waves to not to come. Instead of expecting them to stay true to their words and be normal and be faithful and, be the kind of positive relationship that you expect it to be, why don't you expect the fact that you need to understand there's nothing wrong with you or nothing better about you, whether they are with you or not with you. You are the one who makes yourself. You're the one who made yourself up to now. And the girlfriend came to you because of who you are. Now she's not here. Nothing has changed from you. She's changed. So she either can't appreciate you or she's gone psycho, or if you're a woman, your boyfriend can't appreciate you or your boyfriend gone asshole. Either way, why do you have to prove yourself now? Why do you have to seek your seaworthiness from a broken ship? Well, you were a normal person. You did everything right. You were not harmful. You were not bothersome, and you were expecting what normally a man or a woman should expect from a relationship. And you did. Now, what else can you expect from yourself? If she's not behaving properly, or if she's not abiding by a proper, normal expectations of a good relationship, if she's not adhering to it, it's not being a good partner, and she's left, why do you now have to dance to bad music? Why do you expect yourself to dance to bad music? You had the attire on, you looked very proper and nice, you came to the disco and the music is bad. You don't have to dance to it. So if she's gone, out of your life for one reason or another, why do you have to be affected by it to the point that you would question your own qualifications or your own manhood or your own confidence and whatnot? Why does she have anything to do with who you are? It's a relationship. If the two are together, there's a relationship. If one of them leaves for one reason or another, who gives a damn why? There is no relationship. That's the only thing that ends. Nothing about you ends or changes. Nothing. It just means you got to go find someone better that can appreciate you for who you are, and she can understand what she's looking for when she meets you, and she would be happy and deserving to be with you. If she leaves you, that means she's not deserving to be with you. I mean, is there anything more to think about? Why do you think that suddenly you have to now prove yourself? Because of that conditioning that we talked about at the beginning, that conditioning has gone to your head, that now you have to condition. You've been conditioned that now that the relationship is not together, is not anymore. You have to prove to yourself that you're a man, or prove to the society that you're still a man. Well, you look at your anatomy. As I mentioned, you have the apparatus, so you're a man. Now, I mean, you're a male. Now, to be a man, you don't need a woman to be a man. You need your manners and attitudes and the way that you negotiate life and your mentality and how you face with challenges and opportunities of life. That's the character that makes a man. And your male gender and your anatomy of a male cannot be diminished by a woman being with you or not being with you, because there's always going to be another woman. You're going to have other relationships, and it's just the transitional time between now and then. Nothing is falling apart. It's not like it's not like when there's a woman with you, you have all your parts, and when she leaves, she takes that with her. You still are in command and the sole owner of certain parts. And the same thing with the a woman whose boyfriend has gone asshole and left for no fault of the girlfriend's fault, and she's been a good woman, nice girl, and all the right things with her, but he's just wasn't good enough and somehow cheated on her, or whatever reason, he left. So it shouldn't have a reflection on her. And same thing shouldn't have a reflection on the men when the girlfriend leaves and you have to end up having to prove anything now. It's only a question that you put in your mind because you've been conditioned to prove everything, and you've been even conditioned to think that you're only a complete man when there's a woman with you. And if the girlfriend leaves, then it's a reflection on your manhood, which is all the results of these whole conditioning from childhood. That you're better than the other person, you have a better education, or you run faster than the other one, or always you have to be better than somebody else. And now you even see your manhood in relationship with, if some woman is with you to say that you're a man, then you're a man. And if she leaves, that means she said, oh, you're not good enough. And if she's sleeping with somebody else, that means he's better than you because she's chosen her. Well, who died and left her in charge to be the judge of your manhood, or to dub thee man, so I'm with you and you're not a man if I go somewhere else? What the hell is that most of you guys come up with after your relationship breaks up? I get lots of emails that most of it has this problem, that they think there's something wrong with them when the relationship breaks up, and while they've been a good person. Well, if you've been a positive person, good partner, compassionate, kind, fair, not harmful, whether you're a man or a woman, and the other side leaves, what does it have to be the end of you or anything diminishing from you? Can you not just simply see the facts instead of coming up with some kind of a stupid question in your mind that, oh, maybe something wrong with me? Why do you have to think that way? Why do you have to prove yourself all the time? Either to prove it to your mother, to your father, to your teachers, to your boss even. You have to prove that you're working. Not that you're doing the work, you just have to prove it, to have an evidence for everything that you do. And now that has gone to your consciousness that you think you have to now provide proof to the society, to the others, that you're a man. And that is by having a woman. And if she's left, then that has a reverse effect. That means, something wrong with me as a man, or I don't have enough confidence. She cheated me. So, finished. Get another relationship. I mean, can we not just look at it as what it is? Do we have to go and perceive it and bring some stuff that is not real and treat it as if it's real and pursue it and try to solve it, and all that bullshit that has been just the result of conditioning of the societies and communities that we live in? Do we have to go through that nonsense? So I suggest to you that instead of creating more problems for ourselves, to understand that Thoughts have no credibility, and thoughts are not you. Thoughts are just, in most cases, bullshit. They have no reality. They're all something that come from somewhere in our heads. I've lost you guys. Just let me see if I can see you. Ah, there you go. And we think that because a thought has come to our head, then it has credibility. It is a reality, an actuality. Now I have to believe it and go and try to see, what comes out, how I can prove otherwise and whatnot. So I don't want to take up your time too much. I just wanted to bring your attention to the fact that we create these sort of questions when they have no credibility, and we get stuck on them, and we try to treat them as if they have any truth to them, and even stop believing the reality, which is we are who we are. How could anybody take away from us by them leaving the relationship? It's just a thought that comes there, but has no reality really. So I suggest to you that be kinder to yourself and understand that these are all results of conditioning and nothing else. And don't allow conditioning seep into your life and make you think that you have to prove everything, including that you're still the same person after your girlfriend leaves you. Has nothing to do with anything. It's a transient thought that you create, and you should stop that. Don't even pay attention to it. Who you are is who you are. Nobody can change it. Now, if the person has left you, well, that person didn't deserve you if you've been a good gentleman, a good person. And if you're a woman and the guy has left you or cheated you, well, he doesn't deserve you, and you find somebody that would suit you better. And that's all there is to it. Everything else is pure bullshit. And so don't bother yourself. I thought I'd share with you this, and you will have something to think about, and help yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't try to get approval from people who actually didn't deserve to be with you, and now the person who didn't deserve to be with you and has cheated you or somehow didn't appreciate you and has left, and now you want your affirmation from that person who didn't deserve you. I mean, it doesn't make sense, does it? So have a nice evening or day, and I'll talk to you soon.